welcome back to the IceCloud2275 stream. Hope you're all doing well this fine day. I'm doing good. Ready and raring to bring you another fantastic episode of Final Fantasy XVI for my gaming pleasure and your viewing pleasure. I do ask that you do any likes, follows, comments, or subscribes that you may wish one to do now or in the future. For now, however, we're just going to jump in and have some fun. We are doing Out of the Shadow. I'm just going to speak with everyone about the death of Kupta.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Back, are ya? Good bloody riddance.
If there was ever a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut, it was that prick. Not that I'd let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included.
Thank you.
Not saying Fordian, do you?
Okay. Okay.
That it? Fine.
Purchasing swords it is.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. And what can I do for you? It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again, no more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and best of luck too. For here and every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Kupka. Now he's gone, we can finally have the time to devote everyday gripes and grumbles. As the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few.
Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
Okay.
That it? Fine.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Yeah. Less and less. Okay.
Finished, are you?
Alright, let's have a quick chat with... I've got no new missives. See if there's anyone else I can talk to about it before I talk to the Pokeries.
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelz?
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo, and do you know what it did? Only went and bloody bit me.
Could be nasty. You should ask Tired to have a look at that.
Eat up, little ones. There's plenty more chocobo manure where that came from.
You'll never believe this, Martel. Cooker's dead. Sid did it. Sid. Thank the Founder you have returned safely. That's one weight off my mind.
I didn't read the item descriptions of the enhancers. Though many a savvy merchant would have you believe that through arcane magics imbued in their swords at a high cost to the supplier, its wielder will experience enhanced strength and dexterity. In truth, it is the reduced weight and increased hardiness afforded by the weapon's narrow blade of folded steel that ultimately provides the illusion of these enhancements. It's documented there were once as many as five Nordic tribes that hunted the arid plains of Dalmekia, the spreading of the blight having robed them both in land and prey, making unbegrudged abandon their wanderlust in exchange for the safety of the city walls. And the Wedek tribes of Dalmekia can be counted amongst some of the best hunters and trackers in the Twins. As per tradition, they claim a small, seemingly insignificant fragment of each of their prey, be it fang, bone, or skin, or hair, and affix it to their gear so that the spirit of the deceased may continue to hunt alongside them.
Hasn't been her usual self.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters, every one. I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters.
Oh, lack livid a queen of goblins 3, but heed not the goblin there, a queen so full of wrath did she banish them to shore when they supped on mud, till their lips turned black, and they begged to return. And good of heart, the queen, she did take them back. Okay.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Catch your death sleeping out here.
I know. I'm too full to move.
I hear you've been busy making friends, Sid. Your predecessor had the same idea. Why, he even extended the hand of friendship to me. Not once, but twice.
I think Mid might need some help tidying up that.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an indomitable rival in Gav. One is the sweet little babe in arms to be cooed over. The other, the naughty little boy who'd pull on my pigtails.
Let me know if you find any books worth reading.
Oh, we've hundreds of them in the shelves. Why don't I show you round one day?
I know what you're going to tell me. Thank you, Clive. Thank you.
Alright, let's go to Harpocrates.
Ah, my favorite pupil.
Kupka and Fang were the bedrock upon which the Republic stood, and now both have crumbled. Dabeka's descent into chaos is all but
So what
assured.
of its parliament?
You ask, will the ministers not take upon themselves and pick up the pieces of the crumbling nation? I doubt it. They have little love for their people, only their own
Which leaves
preservation.
but one man.
Standing between Dalmeca and disaster, the former Field Marshal Eugene Havel. If anything is to pick up the baton of command, it will surely be he. But as bitter tides of ire and avarice surround him, how long will it be till he keeps his head above water, I wonder?
How may I help you today?
Study it well, Clive.
Clive returns home and he shares the glad news of Gupta, the man who destroyed his allies' home and murdered their friends, is no more. But where one dark cloud parts, another gathers, the inscrutable actions of the Waliud, weighing heavily in Clown's mind.
Here's the latest information I have.
All should be as His Majesty wills it. I know my duty. Even the dead may yet be made to serve. A fool, but at least a useful one. You are of great interest to my liege. Rid me of these feeble-minded fools. A fool. Mythos. The fist no longer answers to us. He needs to restore order to the troops. I doubt she'll hold her side of the bargain now. His strategy's doomed us from the first. A fool to the end. Okay.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
It's perfectly fair.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
My knowledge is yours.
About Hugo Kupka.
I have said it many times.
Hugo was a murderer, and he was also a thief who robbed us of our happiness, of our hope. And though I know it is wrong to revel in the death of another, we can take solace in the fact that he will never steal anything from us again.
The story is ended.
Thank you, Clive. Tet and Crow.
Are you aware
that in many cities bearers are forbidden from having children? 'Tis believed that it's the aether that's used to bring child into the world hastens the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in, unfortunately. Tet and Cow's parents were able to escape that world, if only for a few brief summers.
What of the twins themselves?
Born in the hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spared its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric about priests and politicians. They will grow up knowing no difference between man and bearer, and they will pass that on to their own children. And they theirs, until the world we live in now is but a footnote in the annals of history.
Yes, change will come.
And through a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. What
Okay.
subject shall we consider today?
Cavanova's independence. Free cities bid for independence began in 846, and several prominent Cavanova guildmasters announced their desire to secede from the Republic of Dalmenica. After a bitter struggle lasting 8 long years, that independence was finally achieved in 857.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Speak with Otto.
Oh, I'm never drinking again.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh, what a relief.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Well, no surprises there. You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
New quests are available in Alliant reports.
Clive!
About Hugo Kupta.
It was luck, and luck alone.
That saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams, sometimes. Always tell them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them.
But now...
I can tell them something different, that Kuka's dead, that you avenged him. And I know they sailed back to me, so let me say it for them.
Thank you, Clive.
Clive. I thought I was going to cut that Clive off. For great justice. That's in Lost Wing. And use your love. That's in the Delman Inn. Okay.
Think you can help?
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Kuka.
I thought that bastard's death would change things.
Close my eyes.
I can still hear Jara's voice as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget, just like you said, words are immortal. And as his living on in me, they changed my life. I've wanted to thank him ever since.
I don't know how.
I don't know the right
I
words
wish you were here.
to teach me them.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Alright. Yeah, let's go talk to Mid.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapours away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I went up to give some greens to the
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Instructions on how to go about building oneself a full set of thermal plating to dissipate heat from around the mithril engine, should one find oneself in need of such a thing.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin in here, will you?
Right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but he don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Oof. We'll take Otto. We've had Gav in our team before. I like Gav, but we'll take Otto.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Don't you worry about me. I can smell a swindle from half the twins away.
I'll head down to Dallimil, see about hiring us a wagon. Wait for me by the river.
Alright. Let's go to Lostwing, I suppose.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Let's have a quick mental refresh of where these things are.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Ah. Dalmec. That's Rosarian Ruins. That's one in Dalmec. We'll do all the Dalmec stuff. And we'll do those Rosarian Ruins in the next bout.
Good day to you, Sid.
It's all but spent. What do we do now?
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystals. Bearers are having trouble with their magics as well.
If you ever need a room, Sid, just say the word. I'll have a bed made up while you eat. And that goes for your friends, too.
And we had to dig a new cellar to store all the unsold barrels.
If too many barrels is your problem, I reckon I could lend a hand.
Good to see you, Sid, as always. Master Quentin's out back.
Hello, Sid. Take a seat where you like.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Well, of course.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Have a quick view of my abilities. 119. I got nothing new to buy. Alright.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
The
tale are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystals.
You all right, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I've caught my share with it, as did my grandfather